Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Tommy Travels the Second. If you watched my video from last night, you'll know that we had dinner with Alice, and we were out a little bit later, and then I came home and had a even later night of editing. So I thought tonight would be a good night, in fact, a beautiful night for a night chat. And today's topic is going to be conspiracy theories. Oh, there are all kinds of people about conspiracy theories that love them and hate them and believe in them and don't, and all sorts of varying opinions on them. So that's what tonight's video is going to be about. We're going to go through some of the popular conspiracy theories that are out there, and I'm just going to give you my thoughts on them. So if you are brand new to this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on a thing, and I will see you right after this. Now, just to be upfront for myself, I'm not a big conspiracy theory guy. I don't believe in most of them. So the majority of this video is going to be me saying why I don't believe in these conspiracy theories. And if you totally disagree with me and believe that the conspiracy theory is valid, go ahead and leave a comment below. But I want to let you know that I'm not passionately not believing that the conspiracy theory exists, except for on a couple of them that I am passionate about. They don't exist, or the conspiracy theory is untrue. Except for a couple of them, if I was proven wrong, that'd be fine with me. It'd be like, oh, okay, well, at least we know now. That's about where I am on the chart. I'm sort of mediocre, but mostly on the side where I'm against the theory itself. And so the first conspiracy theory of the night: man did not land on the moon. Well, yes, man did. And that's the end of that. That was easy. Is everyone convinced? I didn't think so. Well, probably. I don't know. But I'm convinced that man did land on the moon. Otherwise, what was NASA spending all that money for? We had people at the launch sites in Florida watching the rockets get blasted off into space. We had pictures from space. We had videotape from the moon itself. I don't know what people thought was going on. They thought that it was done in a studio, is what the theory is. And here's my test for judging somebody that says that we didn't land on the moon. It was all done in a studio. When they say, oh, well, it couldn't have been on the moon because they show the flag waving out straight forward, but there's no atmosphere on the moon. There's no wind. It couldn't possibly be behaving like that. Yes, there was a frame that the flag was in to hold it in that position. That's why it did that. They even said that during the broadcast. I don't know why somebody would bring that up. And so that just tells me when somebody says something like that, they're really just looking for any evidence that they can find to just validate what they already believe. And then there's a lot of other theories about the shadows and the things like that that go on, which now, I don't want to go through step by step because I've got a lot of things to go through, but the bottom line is, in my humble opinion, man did land on the moon. And the next theory is about Area 51, that it houses all sorts of spaceships and aliens, UFOs, all sorts of space technology, and a ton of secrets that the government is hiding from us, the people. And I don't know what people think. If they think that it's just like the movie Men in Black walking in there, they're going to see Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones walking around there and see a whole little colony of aliens. And I think that's what people envision in their heads about that area. But I think if they actually walked into the area, they would wind up quite disappointed in what they saw. Now, this is not to say that I don't believe the government is hiding things from us that are going on in that area. But I think it's in the interest of national security, because what I believe is that there is some military, top secret, high level stuff going on there, especially when it comes to aircraft. For example, the stealth bomber at one time would have looked way more like a spaceship than a plane. If somebody, decades earlier, even a decade earlier, when that plane hadn't been rolled out yet, if they saw that flying around on a test flight, they would have said UFO, because that's what it looks like up there. And I think there's other planes and other technology and things like that that they're doing that make a lot of those UFO sightings. I think that's a reason why we see a lot of them out on the West Coast like that. And so I think there's something going on in Area 51, but I don't think it's as grandiose as Men in Black either. I think it's more of the boring nature, lots of engineers and technology people and probably people from Boeing and those kinds of people out there trying to develop our technology for the Air Force and for decades beyond where we are right now. And so now we have come to the mother of all conspiracy theories in the United States, something we've been debating about for decades, and that is the assassination of John F. Kennedy. The history books say that it was Lee Harvey Oswald that did it, and very many people throughout the country disagree with that. And there are several competing theories. Some people say it was Lee Harvey Oswald, but he was hired by Fidel Castro. Some say it was the CIA that pulled off the operation. And there's all sorts of them out there. And this is a good example of a theory where I'm going with the history books because that's what it says. If for some reason that this was someday proven otherwise, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that, it was the CIA after all, some documents get released or leaked or something like that that shows it and spells it out, then I would be like, well, at least we know the truth now. And that would be great. If it is indeed not Lee Harvey Oswald that did it, and it was something like that, Fidel Castro or the CIA or whatever other theories are out there, if we could find out for sure what it is one way or the other, I would be happy with that. So I don't begrudge anybody or look down on anybody who doesn't believe the history books. If they've got something that they think, this is why I believe it's this, then more power to you, because it's just one of those things that I don't think we're going to ever know the real answer to. It's been so long since that happened and we still don't know. So I think it's just a debate that's going to continue for generations to come. And now the next two are good examples of things that I'm passionately against. I do not believe in the conspiracy theory. And the first one is George Bush caused 9/11. Okay. This one I'm passionately against. I do not believe in this theory. I don't care what anybody says. George Bush did not cause 9/11, you guys. Come on. I mean, a lot of times people that believe that are the same people that think that George Bush wasn't smart enough to put two sentences together. But then somehow he could organize a whole attack on America through 9/11 with people from Al-Qaeda. Hey, you guys, come on over here. Come on over here. Get these planes, go down here at your seat and do that. I don't think he... No, it's just impossible. Presidents can't get away with doing anything. They can't have a staff meeting without information getting leaked to the press within about 10 minutes from the conversation. There's no way. The stuff would be leaked. We would know. If something that elaborate, something that was that huge, that killed over 4,000 Americans on American soil, if a president had something to do with that, there would be a link to it somewhere. There would be information leaked, and it's not something he could do by himself. It would be thousands of people involved with pulling something like that off. Thousands. It takes thousands of people to pull off the Academy Awards, for crying out loud. Do you ever see the credits to those things? It goes on forever. Lots of people. To pull off a 9/11, it's unfathomable to me. And to think that he's that much of a genius, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. And now, finally, the one that I would be most passionately against. And this is something that shouldn't even be a conspiracy theory, but it's been picking up steam over the last 5 years, and it's kind of argued the same way by the same kind of crowd that is into conspiracy theories, where it's like, yeah, but if you look at it this way, then that means it has to be. And I cannot, it blows me away that in today's day and age, almost 2020, and there are still grown people who believe that the earth is flat. Come on, you guys. We have advanced enough in technology to know how the solar system works. We can see all of the planets in our system, and we can see that they are all round. We can get up high enough and look down on Earth and see that it is a round planet. Or actually technically a sphere, if you want to really be correct about it. But it is definitely not flat. It is not. That's why if you live in California and you have a strong telescope, you can't see the Empire State Building. It's impossible because the Earth curves. That's why the sun sets over the horizon. There's a million other pieces of evidence like that I could go over, but you're not going to buy any of it, are you? Because you just want attention. You want to be counterculture. You want to go against the grain. And mostly you just want to troll people to create an argument. And that is my opinion on people that believe in the flat Earth theory, which is not even a theory at all. It's just a bunch of crap. Well, you guys, this has been another successful night chat here on Tommy Travels the Second. And we have covered a lot of ground here today. Basically, the top 5 conspiracy theories that are out there. And I pretty much don't really believe in any of them. But if you prove me wrong on a couple of them, I'd be okay with it. But no matter what happens, the Earth is round. Or a sphere, to be exact. It is not flat. And if you guys liked what you saw here today, go ahead and hit like on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit subscribe and the little bell notification next to it so you can be the first to know when a new adventure comes out. And thank you guys so much for the support that you've given me so far. And until next time, I hope to catch you on the flip side. I believe man did land on the moon. I believe it's a round. Come on. There's a little more Ray Romano.